Have you ever wondered what is really going on inside your body when you're fasting for Ramadan? I mean, we all feel the hunger, right? But today we're going to go a little deeper. We're going to explore the hidden schedule your body runs on and how fasting totally rewrites the rulebook.
So let's get right to it. What is happening to our hunger signals? Is it as simple as just getting hungrier and hungrier as the day goes on? Or is there something way more complex and, honestly, way more fascinating happening with our body's internal clock?
Well, it turns out our hunger isn't random at all. Not even close. It actually follows this secret rhythm, this schedule that's been programmed deep inside of us for, well, a very long time.
And that internal schedule, it's called our circadian rhythm. You should really think of it as a master clock, ticking away on a roughly 24-hour cycle. And it doesn't just tell us when to sleep and when to wake up. Oh no. It directs so many other crucial processes, like our metabolism and, you guessed it, our appetite.
Now, orchestrating that whole appetite show are two key hormonal messengers. First up, you've got ghrelin. That's the go signal. It's the one that basically shouts at your brain, hey, time to eat. And then you've got leptin. That's the stop signal. It calmly tells our brain, all right, we're good here, we're full, you can stop now. On a normal day, these two have a very predictable rhythmic dance.
But what happens when you throw a massive change into that daily routine? This is where things get really interesting. Let's talk about the Ramadan time shift.
Okay, so on a typical day, right, we eat when the sun's up and we sleep when it's dark. Simple enough. But during Ramadan, that whole schedule gets flipped on its head. Meals are shifted to the night, one just before dawn and another right after sunset. And as you can probably imagine, sleep patterns get all jumbled up too.
This dramatic change creates a pretty big mismatch between our internal body clock and our external schedule. Scientists have a name for this: circadian desynchronization. Honestly, the easiest way to think about it is like our bodies are experiencing a kind of jet lag, but without ever leaving home.
So how do our hunger hormones, ghrelin and leptin, react when their super carefully timed schedule is just thrown into chaos? The answer from the science is actually pretty surprising.
So here's the key finding from the research. Our hunger hormones don't just go up or down in a straight line. No, it's all about a fundamental shift in their pattern. It's like our bodies don't just turn the volume up or down on the hunger song, they change the entire song.
So what on earth does a pattern shift actually mean? Well, basically, two big things happen. First, the amplitude gets reduced. That means the highest highs and the lowest lows of our hunger hormone levels, they get flattened out. They become less extreme. Second, the acrophase shifts. That's just a fancy scientific way of saying the time of day when these hormones peak actually moves to fit this new eating schedule. And get this, it's not just about hunger. It's a much broader clock retuning that's happening across our whole body, affecting everything from our body temperature to our stress hormones.
Okay, so that's the cool science, but why does this rhythm change actually matter in our day-to-day lives? I mean, what does it actually feel like?
Well, here are the real-world implications. First, because your internal cues are all out of whack, you might suddenly feel hungry at times you really don't expect. Second, your sense of satiety, that feeling of being full after eating, it might feel different or maybe less satisfying. And third, all these changes can directly influence your behavior, affecting what foods you crave and even how much you eat during that nightly window. So here's the crucial takeaway. For anyone observing Ramadan, effective health advice isn't just about what you eat anymore. It absolutely has to include guidance on when you eat and, just as importantly, how you manage your sleep. It turns out timing might be just as important as the food on your plate.
But, as with any exciting area of science, the story isn't totally complete yet. Researchers are still putting the puzzle pieces together, so let's be really clear about what we still don't have figured out.
There are a few key challenges right now. For one, there's a lack of standardized methods, which just means it's hard to compare the results from one study to another. A lot of studies also don't control for sleep and light exposure, so it's tough to tell if the changes are from the fasting itself or just from a messed up sleep schedule. And finally, there's not a lot of data from different cultures and climates around the world, so these findings might not apply to everyone equally.
And all of this leaves us with a final, really powerful question to think about. This research into Ramadan fasting, it kind of opens up a much bigger idea for all of us. Could it be that when we eat is just as critical to our health as what we eat? It's a fascinating thought to chew on. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.